Patrick.
Andrew was right. Shouldn't have come here. Only made it harder for her.
Oh, come on. Don't blame yourself. How could you not want to see her, knowing the way that you feel about her? Maybe she did need to see you. And that there was something that she needed you to do for her. I mean, you would never have known that if you hadn't have come to see, right?
Yeah.
I guess what I don't understand is just how she reacted when she did see you. It's like she deliberately didn't want to say anything to you. Didn't you think it was like she was trying to ignore you? I mean, she does know how you feel about her, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, why she would be so cruel. There's got to be some reason that Marty didn't want to talk to you suddenly.
I just can't decide.
Take them both. You look equally fabulous in them. You can't make a bad choice.
The floral one, no question. Floral. It really isn't my style.
Oh, come on, trust me on this one. This color will bring out your color. And the cuts on this dress, you can see it's going to accentuate the positives. Well, just think about it. What's really making you think about buying the dress?
I don't think I was thinking when I picked it up.
Yes, exactly. It was an impulse, a free moment instinct. And what are you doing now?
Thinking about it?
Exactly. I mean, what happened to follow your bliss? It was your deepest, wisest, best self that picked that dress out. I mean, once you put that on, you're going to get in touch with that spontaneous side of you. You buy that dress, and I guarantee you won't regret it.
I'll take it.
Well, what can I say? I know how to shop. And my sister Vicky, she's going to be equally as excited, and she's going to thank me because I dragged her out here. I just feel it.
You cannot begin to imagine the horrors that twisted, pathetic woman has put me through over the years. Why, I have been hounded in ways, harassed to degrees which, by rights, should have made me as nuts as she is.
For no reason.
Oh, come on. She declared war on me from the moment that I married her father. Then she decided that I had murdered him. She spread that disgusting lie from one end of this town to another for decades. Until, of course, she realized that she herself had snuffed out his dear, precious life.
Well, she didn't remember, right? That's what Joey said. That Vicky didn't kill anyone. It's one of her personalities.
Mm-hmm. One person, one body, and they are all Vicky.
Look, that doesn't sound right. And even if it were true,
she is not the victim here, all right? She is nobody's victim. I have been the victim. Do I need to remind you? Oh, my goodness. I was nearly killed when I was shoved down a flight of stairs. I was kidnapped. I was locked up in a secret room underneath Landfair. Oh, and let's not forget all of the time which I spent on death row waiting to be executed. And that's just for starters. And all thanks to Miss, oh, pity me, poor little me of the manor. That blue-blooded phony. Honestly, she deserves every bit of suffering which my little manuscript might be bringing her. Truly. Oh, don't look at me that way. I would happily say all of that right into her smug, sanctimonious face.
Seems to me you've pretty much had the pleasure of that already. And since I have you here, there happen to be a few little things that I want to say to you.
Well,
would you kindly excuse us? This won't take long.
Honey, here's my credit card, okay? Why don't you buy yourself that cute little dress?
well, you know, I don't even know if I like the dress.
I know. Go and buy it, Kelly, and don't come back.
I'll meet you in the coffee shop. Well, what a nice surprise.
I'll bet. I'll just bet. Why in God's name did I ever think that things had changed between us?
What you think is up to you, and of course, all your many inner voices.
You know, you were kind. You were even helpful when I found out what my father had done to me, how he died and who killed him. No one else could possibly have understood. No one but you could possibly have known what he was like, what it was like to live with him in that house. And even though we had that in common, I knew we would never be close.
God forbid.
God forbid. God forbid. But I did hold out a hope that it might have been enough reason for us to put the hatred and the anger aside and just move on.
You must have had me confused with someone else.
Oh, I definitely did that because you haven't changed one bit. You are still the same small-minded, vicious, vindictive, self-centered wretch of an infant that you have always been.
Well, I know what I am. And I'm at peace with what I am, and I shall remain what I am. And you will remain the same smug, sanctimonious, patronizing prig that you have always been. I think we've gotten that straight. I'm going to go catch up with my niece.
I don't think so, Dorian. You see, I'm not finished.
What?
This is hopeless, Antonio. What are we doing? We both know that we can't live with each other. The problem is we can't live without each other. Tell me you weren't expecting a phone call.
Whoever it is, it's not Carlo. Hello? Yeah, right. I'm on my way. All right. No choice, Detective. When that phone call comes, there's no excuses. I've got to go.
I'm not laughing, Antonio.
Okay. That was my mother. I'm due at the diner.
Oh, God.
Honey, Carlo's not gonna call. He's got a lot of bigger things on his mind than me. But you're a detective. And it's your job to go after him. So he might make it his job to decide to hit back.
I'm a cop. I can take
care of myself. Right. Maybe we should work on taking care of each other without driving each other up a wall. I wish I could see us from somebody else's eyes. What a pair.
I love you, Antonio.
Te amo, Andrea. Te adoro. We'll make it work somehow. I promise.
Dylan?
I'm not in the mood to talk, Andrew.
I know, but... You know, sometimes it's good putting those feelings into words.
Sometimes.
Dylan, don't give up, okay? Don't give up, and I know you figure that's pretty easy for me to say, but this I know. Sooner or later, we all have dark times, and God doesn't ask us to carry a burden that we can't handle, and look, you got a lot of support out there. You got a gym full of kids over at Angel Square. You got friends from one end of this town to the other. And most important, Dylan, most important, you have Marty.
Max, what are you doing here?
I was just on my way back to the hospital. I went to the diner to get us some food, remember? Oh, while I was there, I saw Maggie. She was saying goodbye. I guess she's probably on a bus to Boston by now. Next time we see her, I guess she'll be a nun. Whatever makes her happy, right?
Right. Whatever it takes to make her happy. Sometimes that's hard to figure out.
It's not good news, is it? Still in worse?
Well, he's the same. There's no change. He really might not ever walk again.
Does he know? Did you tell him?
I tried to, but...
It's all right. It's all right. I know what this is like. I know how hard it is.
Luna.
Yeah. Listen, Marty, you gotta be strong for him. You know what, the doctors, you don't always know for sure what's gonna happen. Believe me. Because there's something inside us, something, I don't know what it is. But it is so strong. And I have seen it make miracles happen. I saw it with Luna. You just gotta believe that, and you gotta pass that hope on to Dylan. You have to believe. You both have to believe together. When Luna was in her wheelchair, for months, she started giving up hope. She stopped believing. And I had to believe for her. She didn't have faith in herself. I had faith. I had to be there. I had to be the one to push her. You have to do it together.
I don't know. I don't know if Dylan would believe me, no matter how hard I try.
Of course he does. Marty, he already believes in you. Look, I don't know if you're aware of this, but when Luna and when she was hurt, we were going through some really bad problems, and I was very confused at the time. And I had to fight my way back into her life just to get her to let me help her. Marty, you're already there. You can get through this. If you two hang on to each other, then anything is possible.